Hello my hair warriors, it's me, Aaron O'Brien, your friendly neighbourhood hairdresser. Today's video is sponsored by Lordhair.com. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about quick fixes, things to get you out of a jam and to make your hair system look even better. So let's get started and see what we can do. You know what I hate? Gunky edges. It's one of my pet peeves and I can easily get rid of it, and here's just how you do it. So with gunky edges, I take a tweezers and I gently remove the edge just off my hair system. Usually it can be just hair caught under the system, giving an appearance of darkness, or it can be just a build-up of sweat. If it's a build-up of sweat, I use a cotton pad and a little bit of alcohol. I keep it away from the base of the system as much as possible to stop it from lifting. But if it does lift, don't worry, I gave you the tip about how to glue back down those edges. I always get lifting edges, especially when it's really hot out, sometimes when I get out of bed as well in the morning from shifting around even on my silk pillow. So we need to deal with that in a jiffy because I can't go outside with my hair system blowing in the wind with those edges. So it's very easy to take care of. First up, what we're going to do is gently lift the system, and then we're going to get a cotton pad and use a little bit of alcohol on my scalp. So we rub that away, get rid of all of that stickiness, so when we put more glue on, it's going to stick really well. Next up, we are going to gently peel the glue or wipe the glue away from our hair system. In this case, I was really bad and I put tape over my glue, so I have a mix of both. So this is a really sticky situation that we need to take care of. Sometimes I like to use a tweezers and I can get right in at those edges and lift the glue and peel away. Or I can use a little bit of C22. I take a cotton pad and gently roll and rub the glue away. Once that's done, I hit it again with some alcohol, wipe again, and then I apply more glue or more tape. I gently put the edges back down and I secure it with a pintail comb, pressing down on the scalp to make sure it is nice and secure. Did you ever find, even when you brush your system, a lot of times it can still get tangled, and as it ages more and when you wear it for longer, it can be a maddy mess. But don't worry, it's very simple and very easy to get rid of. All you're going to need is a little bit of leave-in conditioner and a bamboo brush or a round bottomed bristle. This is going to be smoother to take those tangles out, and it is going to make it look flawless. First up, you're going to wet down your hair system. Then you're going to spray a little bit of conditioner, leave-in conditioner, or just a conditioner that you would use in the shower. You're gently going to take your brush, brushing from the very bottoms of your system all the way to the scalp. I recommend taking this in sections. Don't do it all in one go or you're going to be bald, baby. You want to make sure that you keep that hair in the base of your system. So make sure you do it in sections. Have you ever had a fold in your system? I know I have when I put it on myself, and it can be terrible. If you've spent all of that time putting on the system and all of a sudden you feel a wrinkle and it's not good. So it's easily taken care of as well. Usually wrinkles are on the back of the system, or sometimes you can get one just on the edge. Luckily today I actually have one at the side of my system, and I'm going to show you how to get rid of it very easily. First up, we are going to try peel the system back a little bit. Now, when we peel it back, don't pull too hard, pull very gently. The fold has created that little bit of a space for you to pull it apart. Now, if you're wearing a thin skin, make sure as gentle as possible and take your time, and maybe you'll need to use a little bit of alcohol to do this. Once you have that done, you're going to stretch your system slightly and then you're going to lay it down again. If you need to apply a little bit more glue within the crease or where it wrinkled, that's completely okay to do to make sure it adheres to your scalp. So once that's done, take your pintail comb or a comb and start to press down on your scalp to make sure that you have it secured and ready to go. let's talk about another form of adhesive failure that really gets to me, and I'm sure it gets to you too. Whether you put your hair system too low or too high is a big problem. So if you're using glue, it takes a little bit more time to dry down, so you can actually shift it a little bit more when you're wearing glue. But if you have tape on, you have to take the whole system off. So I always recommend using glue in the places that you can, but if you use tape, you have to peel it off and reapply. But that should only take a few minutes. To remove your hair system easily, if you've had it too low or too high, you're going to use a little bit of C22. So you're going to spritz the C22 and gently move it back, and use your fingers just to massage it on through. I always recommend to remove it all in one go. So everything is connected already, so it should be easy enough to remove. And if you find it that it's getting stuck, add a little bit more C22, because if you have any hair left on your head, you want to make sure you're not pulling that out too. Have you been wearing your hair system for a long time because you're trying to save a few dollars? Well, first up, you should get a new one after just a couple of months. Or you've been tugging on it too much or swinging out of a rope by your hair. Well, if you notice a bald patch, there is a quick fix to get you by for just a little bit longer. And it's very easy to do. Okay, so these systems are so good, the system rarely sheds. So I'm gonna have to cut it at bald spots so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's show you how to cover it. All you're gonna need is a simple root spray. Very, very easy to use, just spritz it on the bald patch. Make sure that it matches the root of the hair to make sure it's seamless. But this only gets you away for another few days, so make sure you get yourself a new Lordhair system. Even though lace is super strong, sometimes if you're not careful, it can rip. But I have a simple way of putting it back together. Now, this is just a quick fix, and yes, you will need to buy yourself a new hair system, but all you need is a needle and thread. If you don't know how to sew, learn now, so you'll be better at fixing your system. You basically take your thread and you're going to tie a knot at the end of where the system is ripped. Then you're going to gently move the thread through your hair system until you get to the end of the rip. Then you're going to tie another knot and then place it back on your head. You're ready to go and take over the world. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope all of this information I've given you has helped you in some way. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Don't forget to follow, click all of those links, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye!